Okay, we're going to do quick breakout rooms. You guys will see 5 statements in a room. We're not going to show them to you yet. We'll unveil it once you're in a room. You're going to be in a partner with, or in a room with 2 other people. Let's do groups of 3. That way there's some conversation. We'll open up the mic. You guys can talk. We'll open up the chat. You can talk through chat. The whiteboard we'll have open too, so you can write whether you think they're true or false. And then we'll come back in about 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to discuss each of the 5 statements, and then we'll come back and see what you guys came up with. Okay? Are we ready?
We're ready.
Are you doing breakout rooms?
Yeah, I have them set up. You can just copy the slide.
Okay, perfect.
All right, get ready for the whiplash.
Here comes whiplash. Okay, here we go. It's half true, half false. Which would make it false, you guys. The first part is true. Everyone's DNA is unique. Okay? However, there are going to be sections of DNA that we share with other family members. So sections of DNA might be correct, but everyone's DNA is unique. Does that make sense, you guys? So because that last part is false,
for example,
the whole statement is false.
The sharing. So the part that we could share with family members is a gene. So for example, Ms. Forsyth's gene for red hair could be the exact same gene that's found, or the DNA sequence that's found from her mom's DNA. Okay? So make sure that you guys are reading these carefully, because the whole statement has to be true or false. Okay. Good activity. That was fun. Let me make sure that I mark this one false. And let's move forward.
There we go. It forms us. Where did I write that? Forms the basis of life, or us. Perfect. These are good things. Anything else you want to point out that you liked, Ms. Bell? Oh, just saw that she's on the delay. My principal wants to scroll down. No worries. Okay, let's continue onward then. So this is kind of like our what is DNA. I like that you guys have a good idea of it so far. We're going to build your understanding today, and hopefully you'll walk away with an even better understanding of it. But before we do that, always we would like to give you guys some background information as to why do you need to know about DNA? Ooh, are we going to do some cold calling, Miss Connell? Oh, man, she's got her mic set up again. We wrote down and said that we were going to cold call. So I'm going to just call in some volunteers. I'll give you the option. You don't have to go on the mic, but if I call on you, you better for sure be writing something in the chat. So I'm going to call on 3 volunteers. Miss Connell's going to pick out 3 volunteers too. Okay, so I'm going to pick on Tia. I want you to answer 1. I'm going to pick on Logan. I want you to answer something about this. And I'm going just randomly. And Annalisa, if any of you that I called on would like to raise your hand and go on the mic, please do so, and I will give you mic privileges. Otherwise, please answer this in the chat. Awesome. Thank you, Logan.
In order to further understand genetics and heredity, and really the chances of either diseases spread by heredity or just even certain traits and cool things, we have to understand DNA and how DNA works along with heredity.
Well, I was thinking that like with DNA, there can be like sometimes like genetic mutations, and well, we need to like kind of know about those things in order to like understand them and maybe like prevent them from happening. And some mutations can save lives, so we also need to know that.
Okay, it looks like Tia is writing her answer down in the chat. I love it. Who did you want to call on for this one, Miss Connell?
All right, I want to see what Emily has to say. I want to see what Hayden has to say, and I want to see what Jocelyn has to say. Jocelyn A, since there's 2 of you in here. Go ahead, guys.
DNA is literally an every living being, so it makes up life, but there are things smaller than it that make up it. It makes up us and every living being, but there are things that make up our DNA. So it's like a building block of life. Can you hear me?
Yep, you sound good.
Perfect. I think that we need to know about DNA because if we know about the DNA, we can help other people if we decide to go into that field, or we can know why we have certain diseases and how to best cope with them.
I think it's important to know about DNA because, well, it's a big part of us, and I feel like we should know about it. And if something like runs through your family and it might be in your DNA or something like that, you can kind of see if you have something.
And Tia put in the chat to understand what we're made up of and how it affects our everyday life. You guys, can everyone just give a huge round of applause to our 6 well, they're not really volunteers, they were voluntold. But thank you guys so much for coming on the mic and telling us in the chat what you think. We love, love, love when you guys are willing to put yourselves out there like that, especially on a question that you don't have to have the right answer to. We like knowing where your head's at. So great job, you guys. These are awesome.
Here we go! It goes to the tune of row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Do, do, do. Okay, ready? Here we go. Starting at the beginning. Okay, ready? I love DNA made of nucleotides, sugar, phosphate, and a base bonded down the sides. Adenine and thymine make a lovely pair. Cytosine without guanine would be very bare.
You are the most beautiful singer this side of the Mississippi, y'all. Okay, here is your moment of truth. We need some volunteers to go on the mic and sing in unison. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to open up the mic. We're going to open up as many. I love this. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. We're going to open up all of the microphone options so that you guys can sing together. So we're going to count you off. There's going to be a lag, just so everybody knows. We're aware, but we want to just have you guys have fun with it and sing along. So here we go. We have our volunteers. Here are your lyrics. Ms. Forsyth, count us off and sing along.
Ready, set, everyone turn your mics on, turn your mics on, turn your mics on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn mine off so somebody can jump on once I turn mine off, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2. I love DNA. Nucleotides. Made my whole day. I love it. Great job. Everyone gives those singers a round of applause.
You guys are so awesome. Even though some of you were able to jump on the mic because of how many people are allowed on at one time, I screenshotted all your names that were able to volunteer that wanted to sing, and I will be giving you guys some extra credit. All right, let's